Hi students, wake up every morning and tell yourself I can do this. I hope every one of you are here in this wonderful morning that you could achieve everything. Wishing you all a very beautiful and nice morning. First of all, I would like to welcome all my dear children to your higher secondary classes. And I would like to have a special welcome for your 11th standard English. So we have totally 6 units in our 11th standard English. So in this video we are going to see the first prose, the portrait of a lady. So our first prose is the portrait of a lady. The author of this prose is Khushwant Singh. Now let us see about the author first. Khushwant Singh is an Indian novelist and lawyer. He studied at St. Stephen's College, Delhi and King's College, London. He joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1947. As a writer, he is best known for his keen secularism, sarcasm, and love for poetry. He served as the editor of several literary and news magazines as well as 2 newspapers. Khushwant Singh was awarded with Padma Bhushan in 1974, Padma Vibhushan by the Government of India, and Sahitya Akademi Fellowship by Sahitya Academy of India. The Mark of Vishnu, A History of Sikhs, The Train to Pakistan, Success Mantra, We Indians and Death at My Doorstep are some of his brilliant works. So this is about the author Khushwant Singh. So he is an Indian novelist. So who is a novelist? A person who writes novel is called as a novelist. So he is an Indian novelist and also he was a lawyer by profession, right? So he studied at St. Stephen's College. Okay, so at first he studied at St. Stephen's College, which is at New Delhi, and then he studied in King's College, which is in London. He joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1947, that is IFS. Okay, so what is Indian Foreign Service? So the headquarters of Indian Foreign Service is in New Delhi. It was established in October 9, 1946. So it deals with the diplomacy and foreign policies and management. Okay, that is IFS. So he joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1947. So Indian Foreign Service was established during October 9, 1946. So immediately in the next day, that is in the 1947, he joined in the Indian Foreign Service. So as a writer, so he was also a writer, because already we have seen that he was a novelist. So as a writer, he is best known for his keen secularism. So what is mean by secularism is that is he will not see any discrimination between the religion or the religious matters. Okay, that is he will not have as a writer. So he was a writer. So as a writer by profession, we cannot see any discrimination between the religion or the religious matters in his novel or whatever in his written work. Okay, and sarcasm. So what is mean by sarcasm is, okay, so ridiculing someone's, making a ridicule on someone's work, that is called as sarcasm. So it means it is saying opposite of what is true. அதாவது உண்மையா இருக்கிற விஷயத்துக்கு அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்டா சொல்றது. Okay, saying opposite of what is true. For example, Let me give you a simple example. So if you are seeing someone struggling to open a door, okay, you are seeing a person who is struggling to open a door. So you are asking to him, do you want any help? Okay, so actually he will be in the need of help, somebody's help to open the door. But even though if you are asking him, approaching him to help him, that is, if you are asking, do you want help, what he will be telling? He will be telling, his answer will be, no thanks, no problem, I can open. Okay, so actually he wants the help, but he doesn't want you to help. Okay, that is a sarcasm, making some ridicule. That is opposite to what is true. Okay, that is sarcasm. And love for poetry. So he has a great love for the poems, poetry. So he served as the editor of several literary and news magazines as well as 2 newspapers. Okay, so he served as a editor. Okay, editor in many literary and news magazines, that is in the newspapers, as well as 2 news papers. Okay, so there is difference between magazine and newspaper, right? So can you identify the difference between newspaper and the magazine? So here Khushwant Singh served as an editor in many news magazines and also in the newspaper. So there is difference between newspaper and magazine. So newspapers, every one of you have well known about the newspapers, right? So it will be coming as dailies. Newspapers will be published as dailies. We can daily get the newspaper, and it will be printed, and the news will be printed in the normal paper or cheaper paper. Okay, so it will contain the daily updates, daily update of news, that is newspaper. And what is magazine is, so magazine will be published as weeklies or monthlies, that is weekly ones or monthly ones. Okay, so it will be printed in a high quality paper or in a glossy paper. You can get a chance to see any magazine, so you can see it is printed, and it will be printed in a high quality papers, or it will be printed in the glossy papers. Okay, that is some shining, it will be looking somewhat shiny. Okay, and it will focus on some specific matters or specific subjects. Magazines will focus on specific matters. It will be published as weekly ones or monthly ones, but newspapers will be published daily. Okay, it will be printed in the cheaper paper or normal paper. Okay, it will contain the daily update of news. That is the difference between newspaper and magazine. So here Khushwant Singh, he served as the editor in both newspapers and also in the magazine, right? So Khushwant Singh was awarded with Padma Bhushan in 1974 and Padma Vibhushan by the government of India. So this Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. So Padma Bhushan is the highest civilian, third highest civilian award, and Padma Vibhushan is next to that, and both are highest awards. Okay, so he had got both the awards, that is he was awarded with both Padma Bhushan in 1974 and also Padma Vibhushan by the government of India and Sahitya Akademi Fellowship by Sahitya Akademi of India. And also he was awarded with Sahitya Akademi Fellowship by Sahitya Akademi of India. The Mark of Vishnu, A History of Six, The Train to Pakistan, Success Mantra, We Indians, and Death at My Doorstep are some of his brilliant works, some of his excellent works. Okay, so The Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh is one of the famous work of him. Okay, it is one of the famous work by the author Khushwant Singh. So in short, if we want to say, he is a novelist, he is a lawyer, and he also worked in the IFS, that is in Indian Foreign Service, and he also served as a editor. He was a great writer. Okay, So he was such a great person. Now let us come to our prose, the portrait of a lady. So what is the title? The portrait of a lady implies. So what is mean by portrait? So as usual, you can come understand the meaning of the title at the completion of the lesson, right? Now let us see the warm-up part. Nuclear family or joint family. So every one of you know what is nuclear family and what is joint family. So which one we should love with? We should have a great love for joint family, right? Okay. So based on the visuals given above, based on the visuals, that is based on the pictures given above, give 5 words or phrases each to describe these 2 family types. Okay, so based on the 2 pictures given here, that is nuclear family and joint family, give 5 words or phrases. So what is a phrase? A group of words without incomplete meaning is called as a phrase. Give 5 words or phrases each to describe these 2 family types. So here a box is given for you. So you have to write 5 words or phrases to describe the nuclear family and the joint family. For example, in the nuclear family we can write there will be only parents and children. So in the joint family there will be grandparents along with the parents and the children. So nuclear family, there will be no much attention towards the children. There will be no one to take care of the children. But in the joint family, there will be grandparents to take care of the children. So likewise, you can write 5 difference between the nuclear family and the joint family, right? So what is this lesson, the portrait of a lady, about? Listen, the portrait of a lady is a biographical sketch describing the bond between a grandson and his grandmother, filling the mind with a reminiscence of the past. Children identify their personal relationship with their own grandparents and learn human qualities of kindness, respecting the old and showing concern to their relations, right? So the portrait of a lady is a biographical sketch. So what is biography and what is autobiography? So if we write about ourselves, it is autobiography, and if someone writes about us, it is biography. So it is a biographical sketch describing the bond, that is the relationship. Bond means the relationship between a grandson and his grandmom, filling the mind with a reminiscence of the past. So what is reminiscence? It means the remembrance of the past. Okay. Children identify their personal relationship with their own grandparents and learn human qualities. So what are considered as human qualities? Love, kindness, affection, giving respect to the elder persons. Okay, so showing love towards others, being affectionate towards others, giving respect to others, all these are considered to be human qualities. Okay, of kindness, respecting the old, and showing concern to their relations. Now let us get into the prose. Here is a story that brings out the bond. So already I told you what does mean by bond. It means a relationship. So it is very important to concentrate on the vocabulary part, right? So bring out the bond between the author and his loving grandmother. So in this lesson we are going to see about the relationship between the author, who is the author, Khushwant Singh, and his loving grandmother. So okay, my grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. People said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had a husband, but that was hard to believe. Alright. My grandmother, so my refers to the author Khushwant Singh. My grandmother, so the author's grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, so like all other grandmother, was an old woman. So grandmother means definitely they will be old persons, right? So like all the other grandmother, the author's grandmother was also an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. Okay, so she had been old and wrinkled. Wrinkled means what is that? So old persons will have wrinkled skin. Surungi poirukku, that is called as wrinkled. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. So for the past 20 years the grandmother is looking same old and wrinkled. People said that she had once been young and pretty and even had a husband, but that was hard to believe. People said, so others used to say that she had once been young and pretty. So once upon a time his grandma, that is author's grandma, was looking young and pretty. Pretty means beautiful. Okay, young and pretty. There is difference between pretty and beautiful, right? And had even had a husband. So she had a husband, but that was hard to believe. So why the author says so is because his grandma is looking so old. Okay, my grandfather's portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. So people used to say that once upon a time, that is during the past, your grandmother looked very beautiful and young. She had a husband, but that was hard to believe. So hard to believe for whom? For the author, because she was looking very old. Okay, my grandfather's portrait, that is the picture of the grandfather, photo. Okay, portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. So what is mean by drawing room? It means the entertaining room. Entertaining room means like we will be having hall in our house. So what will be there in the hall? There will be sofa, there will be television. So we will be sitting and entertaining ourselves there. Okay, that is called as drawing room. So my grandfather's portrait hung above the, so it is hanging above the mantelpiece. So what is mean by mantelpiece is, it is a shelf projecting from the wall above a fireplace. See, wait, I will show you the picture. See, fireplace means, so in the colder countries, all the houses they will be having fireplace. Okay, see, this is fireplace. Okay, so a shelf projecting from the wall above a fireplace. See, here there is a wall. So whose photo is hanging here? Grandfather's photo. Okay, so this is mantelpiece. So grandfather's photo is here in this place. Okay, that is called as, this is called as mantelpiece, right? So author's grandfather's photo is hanging above the mantelpiece in the hall, that is in the drawing room. He wore a big turban and loose fitting clothes. So in that picture his grandfather is wearing, wore is the past tense, so wearing a big turban in his head and he is wearing a loose fitting clothes, that is he is wearing a loose clothes. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest and he looked at least 100 years old. Okay, so he is having a long white beard which is till his chest and he is looking very old. Okay, at least 100 years old. So his grandfather is looking too old. He did not look the sort of person who have a wife or children. Okay, so he is not looking that So his appearance is that அவருக்கு ஒரு எப்படி இருக்கு ஒரு ஃபேமிலி இருக்க மாதிரியே தெரியல. So it was his appearance. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. Okay, so he is looking that he is having lots of grandchildren. As for my grandmother, being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. Okay, so revolting means what is that? Disgusting. It means disgusting. So as for my grandfather being young and grandmother being young and pretty, so people used to say that author's grandfather was very young, grandmother was very young and pretty. Okay, but grandfather is looking too old. Okay, so there was a revolting thought, that is a disgusting thought in the mind of the author. She often told us of the games she used to play as a child. So his grandma, that is author's grandma, often she used to tell about the games that she used to play as a child during her childhood. Whose childhood? Grandma's childhood. So what are all the games she'll be playing? Okay, so she'll be telling to the author. That seemed quite absurd. Absurd means looking illogical or logic illada madri. Okay, and undignified. So undignified means lacking dignity. Okay, so lacking dignity means it seemed to appear foolish on her part, and we treated it like the fables. Fables means stories or tales. Okay, stories of the prophets. Prophet means how to say, we'll be seeing astrologers, fortune tellers, அவங்களெல்லாம் தான் என்ன சொல்லுவோம், we'll be calling them as prophets. Okay, so that seemed quite absurd and undignified. So what seemed quite absurd is, எதெல்லாம் அப்படி தெரியுது ஆத்தருக்கு அப்படின்னா, the game she used to play, என்னெல்லாம் கேம் அவங்க விளையாடுறேன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்களோ, that all seems to be very much absurd for whom? Illogical. லாஜிக்கே இல்லாத மாதிரி யாருக்கு தெரியுது? For the author. And we treated it like, so those are all hearing all those explanations from the grandmother. They treated it like the fables of the prophets she used to tell us. So ஒரு story, prophets சொல்ற ஒரு story மாதிரி they will be thinking that. Okay, so this is what we have seen till now. So let me stop with this today. Let us continue in the next class. Thank you for watching. Thank you.